Could a single burger symbolize the state of the American diet and its implications on our health? Welcome to a culinary saga that's as juicy as it is alarming. Picture this: a 13-patty burger, a torrent of cheese flowing like a mountain spring, and lard fries that could feed a small village. It's a feast that's not for the faint-hearted, both metaphorically and literally. Enter the stage, our star of the show, a restaurant that's as notorious as it is popular. With lines stretching around the block, Americans are queuing up to take a bite of a health disaster waiting to happen. But who's counting the calories when the bacon is sizzling and the patties are piled high? The stakes are high, and so is the calorie count. As the country chows down on these gargantuan meals, the question looms: are we ignoring the risks for the sake of taste? As we delve deeper, we ask, are we biting off more than we can chew? Meet the burger that's causing quite the stir and the heart attacks. Let's venture into the epicenter of this gastronomic tempest, shall we? Picture this: a towering inferno of 13 juicy, sizzling beef patties, each one a testament to the marvels of modern butchery. They're layered, like an edible leaning tower of Pisa, with slices of cheese that flow like molten lava down the meaty slopes. The cheese, a blend of cheddar, Swiss, and American, is so rich and creamy, it's practically a heart attack on a plate. But wait, there's more. Nestled between these layers of meat and dairy decadence are crispy strips of bacon, sizzling and popping with flavor. These aren't your ordinary bacon strips, oh no, they're thick-cut and slow-cooked to perfection, adding a smoky, salty punch to the already over-the-top feast. And let's not forget the bun, a fluffy golden brioche that's toasted just right and slathered with a secret sauce so addictive it's almost criminal. Throw in a side of lard fries gleaming and golden, and you have a meal that's a whopping 3,500 calories. That's right, folks, you heard it here first. This burger is not just a meal, it's a whole day's worth of calories and then some. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, or should we say the ticking time bomb in your arteries. This burger is a heart disease on a platter. With its staggering calorie count and sky-high levels of saturated fat, sodium, and cholesterol, it's like playing Russian roulette with your health. One bite could send your blood pressure soaring, your cholesterol levels skyrocketing, and your heart straining under the pressure. And yet, despite the risks, the lines stretch around the block. Are we blinded by our appetites? Or is it that the siren call of this decadent beast is just too powerful to resist? It's a question that's as complex as the burger itself. But one thing's for sure: this burger is stealing hearts across America in more ways than one. It seems Americans are willing to dismiss the risks for a taste of this artery-clogging delicacy. They queue up in droves, their eyes gleaming with anticipation for the 13-patty monstrosity that awaits them. Their taste buds are tingling, their stomachs growling. But what about their hearts, their arteries, their overall health? We've had the chance to chat with some of these culinary daredevils, and the consensus seems to be, surprise, surprise, a hearty dismissal of the potential health risks. One gentleman, after biting into his mountain of a burger, simply shrugged and said, "Well, we've all got to go sometime, right?" Another, a young woman, laughed it off, saying, "I come here for the taste, not the nutrition facts." It's a curious case of denial, isn't it? Or perhaps it's not denial at all. Maybe it's more of an acceptance, a willingness to embrace the risks for the sake of indulgence. After all, what's life without a little danger, a little excitement, a little too much cheese and bacon? But let's delve a little deeper, shall we? Psychologists suggest that such behavior is deeply rooted in our human nature. We're wired to seek out high-calorie foods, a survival instinct from our hunter-gatherer days. Combine that with the modern allure of instant gratification, and you've got a recipe for, well, a heart attack in a bun. Furthermore, it's also about the social aspect. Eating is a communal activity, and there's a certain camaraderie in joining the line, awaiting your turn, and then sinking your teeth into that burger. It's a shared experience, a collective defiance against the grim health statistics. And let's not forget the role of advertising and media in shaping our attitudes towards food. The sizzle of the bacon, the melting cheese, the towering patties, they're all marketed as a feast for the senses, an experience to be savored, health consequences be damned. Is this a case of ignorance is bliss, or are we simply turning a blind eye? Either way, it seems the allure of the burger is just too strong to resist. Could this burger be more than a meal? Could it be a symbol of American capitalist consumerism? Welcome to the sizzling heart of capitalism, where the aroma of greasy patties is the perfume of prosperity, and the chime of cash registers rings out like a patriotic anthem. This burger, this towering titan of taste and temptation, is more than just a meal. It's a testament to the consumer culture that fuels the American dream. One might ask, How does a humble burger embody the essence of capitalist consumerism? Well, let's take a bite into this juicy topic. Capitalism, in its most basic form, is about supply and demand. And oh boy, is there a demand for these heart-stopping behemoths. We want it big, we want it now, and we want it dripping with cheese. The burger joint, feeding off our insatiable appetites, supplies the goods. They stack up the patties, pile on the bacon, and slather it all in a river of molten cheese. Just like the marketplace, the burger joint is a battlefield where the fittest survive. And by fittest, we mean those who can consume a 13-patty burger and still walk out the door. The restaurant, ever the savvy capitalist, capitalizes on our cravings. They've turned the act of consumption into a spectacle, a challenge, a show of American spirit. But it's not just about selling burgers. It's about selling an experience, the thrill of conquering the colossal, the satisfaction of indulging without restraint. It's about selling the illusion of limitless choice and freedom, the cornerstone of capitalism. So, as you bite into that skyscraper of a burger, remember, you're not just fulfilling a craving, you're participating in a grand capitalist tradition. You're asserting your right to choose, to consume, to take part in the endless dance of supply and demand. It's not just the bacon that's sizzling, it's the sound of capitalism at work. As we wrap up, we must ask ourselves, is the taste really worth the cost? The sizzling sound of 13 patties stacked high, the river of cheese flowing, bacon crackling like a campfire, and fries swimming in a sea of lard. It's a sight and sound that's as American as apple pie, but at what cost to our health, our society, and our future? We've seen the lines that snake around the block, the fervor in the eyes of those who can't wait to get their hands on this monument of culinary excess. But what we've also seen, and can no longer ignore, are the health implications that come with this indulgence. We're talking about skyrocketing rates of heart disease, obesity, and diabetes. The taste of the 13-patty burger may be irresistible, but is it worth the cost of a healthy heart? The crispy lard fries may be a guilty pleasure, but is it worth the risk of diabetes? We've seen the consequences, yet we continue to deny the evidence. This isn't just about a single burger or a serving of fries. It's about a pattern, a lifestyle choice that's becoming all too common. And this pattern isn't just affecting our health, it's impacting our society. It's a reflection of a culture that values instant gratification over long-term well-being. A culture that's willing to ignore the risks for the sake of a fleeting taste sensation. It's a symbol of the unchecked consumerism that's become so ingrained in our daily lives. So it's time to take a step back. It's time to question the choices we make, the foods we eat, and the impacts they have. It's time to consider not just the taste, but the cost. The cost to our health, to our society, and to our future. We must consider our health, our country, and our future. It's time to chew on that.